Assetto Corsa has just been updated to version 1.0 release candidate, which is somewhat of a beta of what the final version of the game will be. And with that, crucially, it has Oculus Rift DK2 support. So we're going to jump in and give it a blast. Now, to recenter your camera, it's the Alt key. Hold spacebar and press Alt for some reason. And we're in at Spa when the new track comes with the game with the Ferrari GT2 car. Absolutely crazy. Got a little TV screen on my right so I can watch people rear-ending me, and also presumably tune it into the local TV station if I want to watch something whilst I drive at a ridiculous speed through the countryside. And this is ridiculous. The game is running surprisingly smooth, considering I'm on an i5 2500K along with a GTX 760. NVIDIA GTX 760 graphics card, so I'm not really running a supercomputer, and this is running flawlessly on pretty high graphics settings. Hello, mister. Oh, this is ridiculous. The car model looks absolutely gorgeous. Oh, slidey. Oh. Now, Assetto Corsa has absolutely fantastic force feedback, which makes it a lot easier to drive than some of the other simulators in terms of with the consumer wheel. You can really feel the loading of the tyres, what's going on. It's all really explained through the steering wheel. So if you haven't, you really need to play this with a force feedback steering wheel. And the Oculus Rift is letting me feel these. I've driven this track hundreds of times on different simulators in 2D on monitors, and you really just don't get a sense of these. You know that they're downhill corners, but you don't get an actual feel for it. But with the DK2, I get a really good sense of how steep the track is and what's going on with the track undulations as I go understeering everywhere. This is ridiculous. Oh. Holding up the AI behind me. Could be a little bit faster. Need to get some practice in. But just look at this. The entire cockpit is modelled with ridiculous details. There's random cables. Oh, there's a Ferrari next to me. And there's random cables in the back of the cockpit, as well as you can see the full roll cage. Why is he slowing down there? Crazy guy. I should really just park up and take a look at the car. It's just incredible the amount of modelling that goes into these vehicles and its simulators. Let me just look at it all. Stick it out the window. Oh. Absolutely, absolutely incredible. Yeah, the head tracking definitely is not. Whoa! As I smash my car against the wall, the head tracking is definitely not one-to-one. And this version of AC definitely has damage in it, as the windscreen shatters and my car now drives like a wheelbarrow full of concrete. Probably wasn't a good idea to be sticking my head into the dashboard whilst doing 200 miles an hour down the start-finish line. Whoa, dear! Totally broken this car. It's going to cost the average family house to fix it. It's alright, it's virtual reality. You can use virtual reality money. A little Marshall just stood outside the track watching, wondering what's going on. I'm going to park up and actually have a look at the interior of this car. But, it's pretty seamless. As I say, I don't think the head tracking doesn't seem one-to-one. It's definitely smooth and the game's running fantastic. Yeah, the head tracking is not one-to-one. The interface doesn't work with the Oculus Rift. And you can go into your body, which is a bit weird. But as a sort of first implementation of the DK2, the crucial thing is it's running really well and there's no stutter. So technically, I don't really see any problems with that. I think moving into the future, this will be an absolutely fantastic game to play with the DK2. But let's just look at some of these cockpit details. I'm going to have to go. I'll do other videos looking at some of the other cars in this game. And look at the details, because one of the things with Assetto Corsa is the car models, same with Project Cars, the car models are just absolutely ridiculous, And when you put a VR headset on and you're actually inside the car, you really do feel like you're inside the car, because there's this sort of space that's around you. You're enclosed in a tight space, and that seems to work really well for VR. But you just look at all these detail. Look at this nonsense here. I don't know. It's probably like looks like some kind of sprinkler system. You could put like a plant pot and it'd water itself. It's probably the fire extinguisher in case the cockpit bursts into flames. It's probably a common occurrence when you race online. Look at all these cables, all modelled and detailed, and the shadows and light in it. It's got HDR light, and I can see it increasing and decreasing as I move around. But it's really natural and smooth the way the lighting's changing, and the Oculus Rift OLED screen makes the light just look absolutely fantastic. I'm going to have to try this at a different time of day on different tracks as well, but absolutely incredible. I can't wait for the consumer Rift or for future patches of Assetto Corsa once they fully integrate the DK2 into the game. I mean, just even if you hate driving games, if you don't want to play a driving game and you just like cars, you just want to look around the cockpit and admire them, or it's the equivalent of going to a museum and it's just there and it's like, okay, I'm just sat in a car. I'm just sat in a car. Absolutely incredible. Let's change view. I think you can F1. Whoop, there we go, and the car's all beat up. And the head tracking is working from outside the car, and now I feel like I'm flying. This is just absolutely ridiculous. Again, driving simulators just seem to work so naturally with the Oculus Rift, and because you play them with a force feedback steering wheel, that adds another element of completely pulling you into the virtual world. And your hands are on the steering wheel, so it's not like other games where you really need motion controls with your hands and you need your hands to be free. Driving simulators don't have that problem. You're holding onto the steering wheel, you're in the virtual world, and it's absolutely, this is just ridiculous. Look at the track texture, looks really nice. I know it's got all the tire marks and stuff on it. What if I can go right next to the road? This is going to be whoa, I'm in the bonnet. Someone sellotaped a man to the bonnet. Get him off. You can see myself in the car. I'm actually just sat on the bonnet. This is it's a new way to drive Ferrari race cars. Someone that time that rally car crashed and the guy sat on the bonnet controlling the throttle. Whoa. This is extreme. I feel like I'm on some kind of crazy Ferrari branded roller coaster. That's the Trackside Medical Centre, obviously. Well, I mean, absolutely ridiculous. So I'm going to stop this video now because my mind is going to explode. All in all, it's still early days in terms of VR DK2 support with Assetto Corsa, and it's very much reminiscent of how the DK2 is currently supported in Race Room Racing Experience. But based on how well Assetto Corsa runs, how absolutely fantastic it looks with the Oculus Rift DK2, it's definitely going to be the case of keeping our eyes peeled for future updates that fully integrate the DK2 into the title. If you did enjoy this video, please remember to like it, subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with new videos. I'm going to be making more Assetto Corsa videos and more DK2 videos with Assetto Corsa. Thank you for watching and goodbye.